What is up, everybody? Welcome to the second part of this tutorial series on how to speedrun neutral and TPE. So in this video I am gonna be going over Snowdin. I don't know if I can cover the full Snowdin, but I'm gonna try. So I added the rainbow background on my keycap. It just looks better. I forgot to add that on the previous episode. So let's go. We just walk here. I'm gonna speed this up a bit because I'm using debug mode anyway. So you get to this bridge here. Come on, where's the bridge? Here it is, and you stand still there. And sand comes at you, and you just mash. Okay, so when you're done mashing, you want to walk there, keep on mashing. You want to interact with the save point. You don't necessarily have to save. You might want to save just because you're new to speedrunning, but you don't have to save. You interact with the save point to get some health back because you're at 2 HP after tutorial. So we interact with this box because we want to get the tough glove out. So if you're doing TPE, you want to put in the butterscotch pie first, and then get the glove and the pie out. So the glove needs to be in your first inventory slot. But if you are doing neutral, you'll want to just open the box and get the glove out, and it will be in your first inventory slot because you don't have the pie in neutral. So we are doing TPE, so we're gonna do it like this. Then we move on. We equip the glove. It's in the first slot, so you can just press Control Z Z Z X Z, and that will mash away the dialogue as well. So we just mash here. And there is a chance of getting a phone call here. That's actually perfect for the tutorial. We actually got it. If you do, you will just want to be mashing here anyway, just in case you do get the phone call. But it's like a 10% chance, something like that. So you always get an encounter here. You want to flee from it. Now we get to Doggo. So there is a strat for Doggo. We want to throw the stick at Doggo. Then we don't get hit by this. It is faster if you get hit by it, but we don't get hit by it. Because if you get hit by that, it cancels the stick strat. So over here it's important that you actually slide on the ice. If you don't and you walk on the ground, you encounter Lesser Dog here, which is not what we want. So here we just mash. And when they're done talking, you walk into the maze. So we just move along here. Don't interact with the ice cream guy. We don't need any ice cream really. So here we just keep. I was supposed to be holding the right arrow key, so you just move automatically when they are done talking, but I forgot. It's not a big deal if you forget. You just need to remember you actually need to walk there. So you can save here if you want. It's not necessary. So we do flip the switch. Flee from Lesser Dog. So now we get the Royal Dogs. So we throw the stick at them as well. If they do this attack, you can just go into the top left corner and it'll dodge automatically. Then we just spare them. And you would split when you can move again. If you copied my splits. So we do the puzzle. Okay, so here is there is a skip here. Let me demonstrate it. So what you want to do is enter this room. I did that wrong. 3 quick taps down. So you're actually lined up with the line of pixels on the bottom here. As you can see, my feet are lined up with that line of pixels, and where you see the red line, that's the line of pixels I mean. At the right side of my feet, you can see I'm perfectly lined up with that pixel. You want to press right and up at the same time. I didn't actually get it. Let me try that again, because it's hard to get consistently. So let's see. Like I'm lined up now, and you want to keep mashing X and Z, and we got the flying papyrus skip. I'll show you what the normal way to do that looks like too. So if you would do it normally, you would just go like this. Oh, and then he would talk to you. It saves about 5 to 10 seconds, depending on your mashing, really. So if you have trouble with it, just 3 quick taps. If you're not lined up, do 1 more, and you should be lined up. Also, if that happens, just move on and don't try again. So you just want to move through here. So this is a skip as well. It's not really a skip or a glitch or anything, but we just mash here, and you need to pay attention to your mashing here carefully. So when he says you understand, you want to say no. It saves about 10 seconds if you keep saying no. Because if he does do the puzzle, it's just slower. Because the puzzle takes a lot of time. Might want to save here, it's not necessary. So here is a skip I can't actually get consistently either. It requires a lot of practice. I hope I can show it off for you guys, otherwise I'll link a video to it for you. But I'm gonna try. This is the path you'll want to take for this actual skip to happen. So this is all just, you can't really fail that, but this is the part where I have trouble with. So you see I am pressing Control and left at the same time. I'm doing that because it makes your steps very small. You don't move a lot of space at a time, which makes it easier to line up for the skip. So you just, yeah, I didn't get it. You should move onto the switch and then move along immediately. I'll show you. So I can't seem to get it. I'm gonna leave a link on screen right now. Because I just can't get it. This is a skip I can't do. But the proper way to actually do this, which was intended in the game, is like this. It's a pretty easy way. Not much to remember, and you just move on to the switch and you're done. So let's speed this up a little. And then you would move on here. So now we just try to dodge that snow pop, because if you move right like that, you clip it, and if you press right and down at the same time, you don't move. So you need to be careful with that. Just hold right and down, keep holding right and down when you enter the room. So now we get to Greater Dock. So when we throw the stick at Greater Dock, you always want to be moving down, because you can do that attack and that saves time. Because it cancels out the attack if you take damage to it. I got hit by the bark part, but if you get hit by the dock, it saves time. You would split when you're able to move again. So we just mash through this. And then you just move on. So we're in Snowdin now. You can save if you want, it's not necessary at all. Try to not go into the inn by accident, and you need to go into the igloo, because it's safe. It's faster, of course. We just go straight ahead to Papyrus. And there's a strat for this as well. So first off, you don't spare him. You throw a stick. Throwing the stick is slightly faster than sparing. It's about 5 seconds faster, actually. So you just take, and this is a strat actually, you just need to be taking damage to his attacks. You need to die to Papyrus actually. So you can mash through this, you can just use a Z and enter for this. You need to die to Papyrus because it's 45 seconds faster than actually finishing the fight. So then we go back, we fight him again. We fight him a total of 3 times. And the second and third time you actually want to be sparing him. So when you spare him, you can just go right and you're all good. And you can be spamming Enter and Z then. So when you have fought him 3 times, you want to pay attention to your mashing, because if you lose to Papyrus 3 times, he actually lets you go, but you have the option to fight him again as well. So just mash with X and Z if you really if you're really bad with mashing like this and paying attention as well. So just say no, and then you're all good. And now we just mash through this. Doesn't matter what you say there. So this is different for neutral and TPE. If you're doing neutral, you would go there. But we are doing TPE for now. Well, I'm doing the TPE stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. But if you're doing TPE, you'll go here. You split by when you can move again, by the way. So we're doing TPE right now, and we need to date him for TPE. We just go here and talk to him. You can mash with X and Z here. Enter the house. Oh, don't clip the TV. Enter his room and talk to him. So when you start the date, you want to press C immediately, just so the dating hut comes up immediately. And we just mash through this. So when he says when he wants us to inspect, most people will know you need to go for the hats, but we actually do it on his teeth already because that works as well, and it's slightly faster, of course. Okay, so now we need to pay attention. When he talks about spaghetti, you need to pay attention to your mashing, because if you eat it, there's unskippable text, so we refuse. Like, with unskippable text, I mean text you can't use Shift or X for. You save about 5 seconds if you don't eat the spaghetti. So we just leave the house now. You split when you leave it. And then we're in Waterfall. You can save here if you want. I'm just gonna do it like this. It's not necessary to save here, but you can. So that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned. Next video is coming up soon, of course. But I'll see you next video then. Bye!